Hello students, in this class we discuss very most important one, that is the structures of the xenon compounds. Structures of the xenon compounds. Even this is important for the CET exam also. In this 2020 CET exam, they considered one question based on the structures only. You have to practice the structures. First you take the XeF2. XeF2, it has a linear structure with three lone pair of the electrons. This is the linear. Even you can practice the hybridization also. This fluorine being monovalent, hence this one considered as S, this one considered as P1, this is P2, P3, this is D. Therefore, this XeF2 undergo sp3d hybridization. sp3d hybridization. You have to practice the hybridization state of the xenon also. Xenon, this one is s orbital, this is P1, this one P2, P3, D, sp3d orbital hybridization. This is linear. Or instead of this one, you can consider xenon means 8 valence electron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fluorine is an monovalent. This is the fluorine. Then this is 1 lone pair, 2 lone pair, 3 lone pair. Based on this one, we find out the hybridization. This is S, P1, P2. This is entire lone pair, 1 orbital. Therefore, this one S, P1, P2, P3. This is D, sp3d. Similarly, XeF4. XeF4, it has square planar structure. The square planar structure with the two lone pairs. Similarly, you find out the hybridization. That is 8 xenon valence electrons are the 8 valence electron. Fluorine being monovalent, 1 electron is used. This is for the fluorine. Then this is 1 lone pair. This is the second lone pair. Based on that one, hybridization is S, P1, P2, P3, D1, D2. That means in this XeF4, xenon undergo sp3d2. sp3d2 hybridization. Important for the CET exam. Then in XeF6, it has distorted octahedral. This is a distorted octahedral with 1 lone pair. Similarly, we find out the hybridization. 8 valence electron, 6 fluorine atom. Then this is the 1 lone pair. Then hybridization is here S, P1, P2, P3, D1, D2, D3. That means it is undergo sp3d3. sp3d3 hybridization. Similarly, XeOF4. XeOF4, it has square pyramidal with 1 lone pair. So you calculate the hybridization. 8 valence electron for the xenon. This is for the fluorine. 4 fluorine atom. They are being monovalent. Oxygen is bivalent. Hence, these 2 electrons used for the oxygen is for the fluorine. If it is bivalent, then you have to consider the 2 electrons. Then this is 1 S, P1, P2, P3. Entire this one D1. This is lone pair D2. That means XeOF4 undergo sp3d2 hybridization. sp3d2 hybridization. The oxygen is bivalent, hence 2 electrons are used. This constitutes 1 orbital. Similarly, XeO3, it has pyramidal structure with 1 lone pair. You can find out the hybridization, just 8 valence electron. Then oxygen is bivalent, 2 electrons are used for 1 oxygen. Similarly, 2 electrons, XeO3. This is 1 lone pair. Then hybridization is, this is S, P1, this is P2, this one is sp3. sp3 hybridization with 1 lone pair electron. is about the structures of the xenon compound. You note down as it is and practice for both board exam as well as for your competitive. For competitive exam, only you have to remember the hybridization as well as the structures. For board examination, no need of identifying the hybridization. Only you have to remember the structure and the structure name. Then last concept is uses of the noble gases. Then among the uses, first one is the helium. Uses are also very most important for the competitive. Then helium is non-inflammable. It is non-inflammable. It is non-inflammable and light gas. It is non-inflammable and light gas. Due to non-inflammability and lighter nature, it is used in filling. It is used in filling balloons. It is used in filling balloons. It is used in filling balloons for meteorological observations. That is due to non-inflammability and lighter nature. It is used in filling balloons for meteorological observations. Then it is also used in gas-cooled nuclear reactors. The uses are all important. Nuclear reactors. Then liquid helium used as cryogenic agent. For carrying the various experiments at low temperature. Liquid helium used as cryogenic agent for carrying various experiments at low temperature. Then it is used to produce. That helium is used to produce and sustain powerful superconducting magnets. Which form those superconducting magnets form an essential part of the modern NMR spectroscopy, spectrometers and MRI system, that is magnetic resonance imaging, MRI system for clinical diagnosis. They are used to liquid, that is helium is used to produce and sustain that modern superconducting magnets, powerful superconducting magnets, which form an essential part of the modern NMR spectrometer and that MRI systems used in the clinical diagnosis. This is most important. That is helium used to produce and sustain powerful superconducting magnets, which form a part of the modern NMR spectrometers and MRI system for use in the clinical diagnosis. Then very most important one is it is used as a diluent. It is very most important. It is used as a diluent for oxygen. In modern diving apparatus. in modern diving apparatus. In modern diving apparatus. Why it is used as a diluent for oxygen in modern diving apparatus means because it is very less soluble, low solubility. Due to its low solubility at high pressure, due to its very low solubility under it is very low soluble in blood, due to its very low solubility in blood at high pressure, it can avoid the it can avoid the Bend's disease. It can avoid the Bend's disease. Hence, it is used as a diluent for oxygen in modern diving apparatus. That is, generally, modern diving apparatus helium oxygen mixture used for the respiration, but not nitrogen oxygen mixture. Why? Already in solution chapter where you studied that Henry's law. This is one of the application of the Henry's law. Helium oxygen mixture used for the respiration by the deep sea divers. They can also consider like this, by using that deep sea diver, that is modern diving apparatus, nothing but the deep sea diver uses the helium oxygen mixture for the respiration, but not nitrogen oxygen mixture. Because if they use nitrogen oxygen mixture, nitrogen is more soluble, it is more soluble in blood under high pressure. Hence, it causes a severe pain called as the Bend's disease. If they use nitrogen oxygen mixture, that deep sea divers suffers from the Bend's disease. Bend's disease is nothing but the severe pain in the body. It is called as the Bend's disease. To avoid that Bend's disease, they used this helium oxygen mixture because helium is less soluble. It is very less soluble, low solubility under high pressure. Hence, it can avoid the Bend's disease. This helium oxygen mixture is also used for the treatment of the asthma. For the treatment of the asthma, they are used this helium oxygen mixture. Then helium is also used in gas thermometers. It is also used in the gas thermometers. It is also used in the gas thermometers to measure the very low temperature. This is about the uses of the helium. That is, you note down these uses and practice important for the competitive exams also. Then you take that neon uses. This neon, it is used in the discharge tubes. Neon is used in the discharge tubes and fluorescent bulbs. Fluorescent bulbs for advertisement. Neon is used in discharge tubes and fluorescent bulbs for advertisement. Why this is used in fluorescent bulbs means due to this neon emits the orange red glow. Neon emits the orange red glow. This orange red glow that can be seen from long distance. This is the application of the neon in the fluorescent bulbs, that in advertisement. Why neon is used in discharge tubes and fluorescent bulbs for advertisement means it produces an orange red glow that can be seen from long distance. That neon bulbs, second use is the neon bulbs are used in the botanical gardens. Why they are used in botanical gardens and greenhouses? Botanical gardens and greenhouses means They used to stimulate the growth. To stimulate the growth of the plants, they are used. Neon bulbs are used in botanical gardens and greenhouses. Then neon is used in the beacon lights. Beacon lights for safety air navigation. Safety air navigation. Neon lights are used. Neon is used in the beacon lights for safety air navigation because these lights can pass through. These lights can pass through mist and fog. Even through mist and fog, these beacon lights can pass us. Hence, beacon lights are used in safety air navigation. This is about the uses of the neon. Then, argon use. Argon is used to fill the electric bulbs. Argon is used to fill the electric bulbs. Why that electric bulbs are filled with argon means to increase the life of the filament. To increase the life of the filament, electric bulbs are used to the electric bulbs are filled with the argon. Then krypton and xenon are also used in electric bulbs to increase the life of the filament. Then krypton is used in the high efficiency minor cap lamps. In mining process, this krypton is used as the cap lamps. Then xenon is used in the research laboratory for the detection of the mesons and gamma photons. For the detection of the mesons and gamma photons, xenon is used in the research laboratory. Then last one is radon. The most important use of the radon is radon being radioactive in nature. It is used in the treatment of the cancer. Radon is used in the treatment of the cancer and radioactive researchers field. Radioactive research field is most important. Radon being radioactive, it is used in the treatment of the cancer and the research field. Is about the uses of the noble gases. You practice these uses also. For 1 mark, they can take this user or even in the competitive exam. Then one more important point for competitive exam is this helium as the lowest boiling point. Helium as the very lowest boiling point. Helium has the lowest boiling point of around 4.2 Kelvin. 4.2 Kelvin of any known substance. Among the known substances, helium is only having the lowest boiling point of around 4.2 Kelvin. Then it has an unusual property. Helium has an unusual property of diffusing through the most commonly used materials in the laboratory. Like rubber. That helium diffuses through the rubber or maybe glass or maybe plastic. For that helium only, it has the special property, unusual property of diffusing through the rubber, glass and the plastic. This is important for the competitive. Among the known substance, that lowest boiling point is only for the helium. Helium has a special property of diffusing through the materials used in the laboratory like rubber, glass and plastic. This is about the 18th group element. Up to here, P block elements get completed. Practice the P block elements word to word. Yearly carries the 10 marks. In that 18th group, definitely they can ask for the 1 mark. You practice all that P block word to word in detail.